Horizon Grand Prix for us has been a challenge. They've given us the challenge to be able to design car, be able to run at long period, fast and efficient.
Donc nos élèves, c'est des élèves qui sont issus de toutes les filières. L'idée, c'était d'avoir des élèves un peu de toutes filières confondues. Et donc l'idée, c'était de créer un groupe un peu divers et de créer une alchimie sociale qui finalement...
We hebben een probleem gehad met ons differentieel. Er was een as-uit en we hebben dat opgelost door een as-uit te snijden zelf. We hadden dat niet in de starter.
My emotion towards the race is I love it. I completely love it. I've only had experience with a few toy RC cars, and this is completely different. It's a new experience.
We saw the Dutch team and the team from Waldorf battling it out for a second. So quite an exciting end to a 2-hour main. Team Bulgaria was able to kind of walk away with it and look back, and they used most of their hydro sticks, which was very interesting to see. The team that used the most hydro sticks, and the Dutch team was the team that used the less. So an exciting first qualifier for us here at the qualifying day of the 2023 Hydrogen H2 Grand Prix. We would like to first say thank you to our sponsors. They are Raven, Suburban Renewables, Pine Gate, Blue Ridge Power, High Tech USA, and the H2GP Foundation. But We are getting ready for the next round of teams. We have 14 teams up in this next round of qualifying. Remember, the top 5 will go straight through to the endurance race tomorrow, and the 5 overall fastest between both qualifiers will then qualify for the next group of people for the endurance race tomorrow, which will be 6 hours, starting at 9 o'clock in the morning, I believe. So get ready. We have 2 hours of exciting racing from these young racers from all over the world. We have 14 teams. We're going to go through them right now. We are first going to have a track walk with the man of the hour, Max.
So this is the Horizon Hydrogen Grand Prix World Final, where we have 26 teams from 13 different countries competing in the largest hydrogen race in the world. So teams will be driving around this track over the next 4 days using hydrogen-powered cars and different battery technologies. The teams will be reaching distances of over 90 kilometers and speeds maxing out at 70 kilometers an hour. So this technical part of the track is going to make it difficult for even the most experienced teams. Some of these teams here are brand new. It's their first time ever driving a hydrogen-powered RC car. And other teams have been competing for over 6 years since the competition started. If you've seen RC racing before, you've never seen something like this. Teams have designed and built their cars from scratch using 3D printing, CNC machines, vacuum forming, and several other methods in order to make their car the most efficient over the 6-hour-long endurance race with the limited amount of energy that they have. They're able to modify their servos, their ESCs, their chassis, even creating their bodies to make sure that they have the most aerodynamic car to be able to survive the full endurance race. Students are arriving to compete on day 1 of the H2GP World Final. This is the first time that the students are actually going to see the layout of the track, and they need to define their strategy over the next hour of being able to drive to get ready for the next 3 days. On the second day of the race, we have two-hour qualifying races to be able to narrow it down to the top 15 teams to compete in the 6-hour-long race on the third day. The top 15 teams will get a limited amount of energy to go 6 hours of racing. And then, of course, on the final day, we have the RE Plus 300. So it's the first one to 300 laps. We'd like to thank RE Plus for having us here. This is the largest world final that we've had to date. We're expecting over 50,000 people to come out and watch, cheer on their favorite teams, and just have a lot of fun while learning about clean energy.
Alrighty then, thank you, Max, for that description, that awesome track description. These cars are powered by hydrogen as well as battery. We're going to go into a brief description about these cars and what is all entitled in the mechanics of them.
This is the Horizon Hydrogen Grand Prix Pro starter car, where students from all around the world have built and designed these cars to be able to compete in the H2GP World Final Series. Students started off the season by learning about how to create hydrogen through electrolysis using the Hydrofill Pro. By pouring water in here, the Hydrofill separates the hydrogen and oxygen and compresses the gas into this metal hydride, the Hydro Stick. The Hydro Sticks are then connected to the fuel cell, where the fuel cell creates electricity, charging the battery, while the battery is powering the car to allow for speeds over 70 kilometers an hour.
Alrighty then, so let's have a look at our teams. Okay, so first up, team number 19, Faith and Furious from the land down under, Australia. Team 91, the Assay Racers T from the USA. Team 16, Oakwood Pink, USA.
Team 97, please. Team 97, please on track. 97 on track.
97, the South Huntington Racing Team from the USA as well. Team 28, the Panther Racing Team from the USA. Team 81, representing Canada with the Canada flag. Team 24, the youngest team here, the Doorknobs from the USA. Team 01, Falcon 1 from USA. Team 6, Stage Hydriano from Chile. Team 47, the Hydro P-Biz from Czech Republic. And Team 63, Pink Hawk from the Czech Republic as well. Coming in event in 93 is Quisqueya Green Dritters from Republica Dominicana, Dominican Republic. Team 73, the Ostrov team from Slovakia. and Team 58, the ISA Bruno Hydra car from Czech Republic. So teams from all over the world. The youngest team, the Doorknobs, I believe they're 12, 13 years old. And we have teams of these high school students coming to do this battle for 2 hours. Remember, the top 5 will go through to the 6-hour enduro race tomorrow, and the top 5 fastest after that. They have 10 hydro sticks to make 2 hours. We saw in the first round the team from Bulgaria using 8. So I think they're all good for the hydro sticks. We'll see them coming in to do pits and whatnot. And the team with the most laps at the end of the race will be your winner. And starting on pole, and we will have starting positions tomorrow. We thank everybody for coming out and supporting these young racers who have been working tirelessly to get their vehicles prepared for this long endurance race. They also have to do various other presentations. I was a judge myself yesterday. They had a 3-minute presentation. They had to explain all the different modifications and whatnot that innovative parts that they made for their cars. This is an excellent educational program. The Horizon H2GP is a global-based. Is a global school-based science and engineering program that provides students with hands-on experience in designing, engineering, and racing remote control fuel cell electric vehicles powered by hydrogen. Students taking part can gain employable skills in science and technology while also developing competence in critical thinking, creativity, and teamwork. At the end of the program, the students are well equipped for a variety of careers in renewable energy. As the teams go out and get their warm-up, let's find out a little bit more about our organizer. Founded in 2003, Horizon Fuel Cell Technologies began the sale of miniature fuel cells to demonstrate the technology to schools and students around the world, while investing in R&D of more advanced products and for industrial applications. In 2013, Horizon Educational Group was formed as an independent division dedicated to deployment of a complete range of educational solutions and equipment, as well as online curricula and educational programs. With distributors in over 150 countries, the STEM kits and technical training equipment have an international reputation for quality, educational content, and award-winning design. You can discover more at horizoneducational.com. As the cars go for their warm-up and parade lap, they will start Le Mans style from pit lane. And remember, this is a race of endurance. To finish first, you must first finish. We did see all the cars finish on the previous race. So these students have done a very good job of making these cars very durable to withstand the hits you'll see, and the racing and the heat that would be generated after 2 hours of racing to see who will stand first. We saw the Bulgarian team who provided excellent strategy with their fuel sticks. And one driver told me that he drove for 1 hour and 55 minutes. So will we see this happen as well? Some of the favorites are in this race as well. So it'll be very interesting to see some very interesting cars. I got to see in judging yesterday a lot of work, a lot of innovative, a lot of 3D printing, carbon fiber, and designing of their own parts. And they're off. All right, as we come across the line, it is the Oakwood pink car, one of the most impressive cars that I saw yesterday. These students have gone very deep, lots of analytics. They're using spreadsheets and computers they even used a wind tunnel to design their own body, as you can see. Even the paint job was designed with ease and easy. Oh, they just had an accident right there. They got to keep it off the pipes as they get into some lap traffic. But even their paint job was designed for easy access and able to see when they do pit stops with their fuel cell. Right now, they're getting out to a very commanding lead. That's that pink and blue car with clear, smoke, gray, tinted, clear patches as well. Pink wheels in the rear, black wheels up front. As they get a little accident with that silver car, no harm, no foul. We saw 2 stop-and-go penalties in the last qualifier. Will we see any today? That really hurt that team's potential as they were in first. But the Oakwood pink car, one of the favorites here, that car number 16, already out to a very commanding lead of 4 seconds over their second place finisher. And we've had a lead change because now it's car number 58, the Isa Brono Hydro car. They're actually in first now. That's that red and black car right out there, looking very nice out there. Nice paint job. The Isa Brono team are from Czech Republic, so they had a lot of the H2GP equipment. I would assume that they do a lot of testing there at the H2GP Arena in Slovakia. One of the best RC facilities in the world, coming from my world of the RC side of things. That car looks very good out there. They're driving very smoothly. Just as soon as I say that, they catch a pipe. Now they need to compose themselves because they have the Oakwood team right behind them now. So this is a race for position. So it looks like these cars have opted to go full speed right off the bat, not worried about conserving fuel. As the Oakwood pink team has now got in front of them and has to deal with lap traffic. That car looks very good out there, handling no body roll, no grip rolling, very low to the ground, aerodynamic body for maximum efficiency. This is one of the key points that we heard with a lot of these students was building these cars to have maximum efficiency to take advantage of the battery technology. The less pit stops they do, the better it is. As Oakwood out there in that wingless, clear-bodied car, looking to put their second-place competitor down a lap as they go past the red and white car of the Canadians, who just got invited to this. This is their first race ever. So a little bit of no experience for them in this racing facility or racing concept yet, but they will gain lots of experience here at the Grand Prix. In the Oakwood pink car is that number 16 car coming across the red loop right now. They have already put a lap on their second place drivers, the car number 91. And we see already from our knowledge here that one team has used one hydro stick already, so that's not good. The car number 6 has used one hydro stick, and we are only 4 minutes in, so they have only 9 left. Remember, these teams have 10 hydro sticks to use with 2 hours of racing.
Interestingly, some of the teams run 2 sticks to begin with.
Really?
So it may be that the teams that you see with 2 on the ticker at the bottom of your screen, if you're watching on the live stream or at the screens around the venue, if a team has used 2 of their 10 hydro sticks, it could be because they're running 2 at a time.
Could be possible. We saw a lot of them using 1 just to save on weight. Weight was a big thing that they wanted to eliminate. They do have a minimum weight here as well. They have technical inspection that they all had to meet, ride height, length and width, as well as weight. But they're pretty free to design whatever they want. So lots of custom modifications, graphite chassis, carbon fiber chassis, 3D printed holders. But right now, the toast of the town is Oakwood Pink, who's carving through this lap traffic like a hot knife through butter. As they come on the inside. And a great pass by them. They're looking very smooth out there, keeping it very tight around that 180. That's a very good place to pass. We saw the Wardorf car making lots of passes. They go on the outside of those 2. They got 2 for 1. Very good driving by the Oakwood Pink team. One of the favorites coming into this, and we can see why. Driving very good out there, navigating through this lap traffic. And Matt, I had a very good look at this car. This is a very impressive car. Lots of custom parts. Everything looked very immaculate. I watched them go through technical. They also had a very great presentation as well. Each one of the students talked. So it was very good. It's 1 hour and 54 minutes left on the clock, so we have 5 minutes down. And Oakwood Pink is looking great right now. Also, some of the first-time participants in this event are the team from Chile, Santiago, Chile, and from Dominican Republic as well.
Who gets a cheer?
Yes, of course. We have lots of Chilenos out there and Dominicanos. So very good to see this program expanding to Latin America. Of course, we have the Faith and the Furious from Australia, probably the furthest travel team out of all of them. We had a team from Singapore as well in the original round, first round. So Oakwood Pink has actually pulled out to a 2-lap lead right off the bat with 1 hour and 53 minutes left to go. That car is looking dialed out there. No problems. They are driving very good, carving great lines. Minimum steering input to keep the car from grip rolling. We did see a lot of that happening with some of the cars in the first qualifier. But right now they look very good. Oh, we have a stalled car there, the Canada car, looking to have some issues. We also will be able to find out what happens in the pits, as we're going to have a roving pit reporter at some point. And we see our first car in the pit. That is actually the Dominican team. So looks like they had looks like they changed over a hydro stick or had some issues.
And we also got the doorknobs in the pit on the table behind them as well.
Yes, the doorknobs, the youngest team. I believe they're from Chicago, if I remember correctly. 12 and 13, all of them. Young racers. Very good to see this. RC is very... Oh! Oakwood Pink is in the green. Going off track. I do not know how they got out there. They must have had we missed that, but they ended up way out in the infield there. But no harm, no foul. They still have lots of time going. We see the Canada car being pulled off the track. Remember, these racers cannot work on their cars in pit lane or on the track. We saw 2 stop and goes for that, so they have to bring them back to the pits to do all the repairs. Whoa, great driving by Oakwood. Weaving and bobbing through that lap traffic. Great driving. Don't know what happened to get them in the infield. All right, now it's Oakwood Pink, the 91 car of the ASA racers with 28 laps. And we see, Oakwood getting it wrong right there. Also remember that these cars can brake with all these hits and crashes. So they want to limit as much crashes and bumps as they can. But it's car number 16, followed by 91. 58, 73, and 63. That's your top 5. Pink Hawk is the top 5, that pink and white car from Czech Republic. As we see another team in the pits.
Team 58 in the pits.
So lots of early pitting going on here. We didn't see this much pitting in the first round. It took a little bit of time, but at the moment, a lot of them coming in for early pit stops. So not sure what's going on there. Doesn't bode well with 1 hour and 50 minutes left to go on the clock. But Oakwood Pink just about to put car number 2 a lap down again, so it will be 2 laps ahead as they maneuver around that black car. There's 2 right in front of them, that red and black car right there. Going up.
We've got a stranded car as well.
Oh no, we have a pile-up coming onto the straightaway, and that actually collects our first and second place racers. I guess with 2 more extra cars, it's going to make it a little bit difficult. We had 12 in the first heat, 14 in this heat. And the Oakwood Pink car has made the pass. Now 2 laps up on car number 2. But lots of racing left to go with 1 hour and 49 seconds left in this clock. We see our race director calling in for a member from the team 73 to the technical inspection. Not sure what's going on there. Oakwood Pink looking very comfortable out there at the start of this race. Let's see if they can keep this pace up. Well, they probably won't, because we see a lot of these cars, like we saw in the first qualifier, they choose some Hydro Sticks to go to conserve power and go for time instead of speed. So Oakwood Pink looks to be getting a lot of, they will try to get a lot of laps out there right now, so then they can take it easy, conserve energy. We see the Dominican team coming in again, having some issues. Not sure what's going on with them, but they've been in the pits twice now. 12 minutes down. So one thing you can guarantee, you will not see this type of pace for the entire race. They will try to get as far in front as possible. Oh, and they clipped the rear end of that green and white Mustang Charger. Keep it clean. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Slowing down on the straightaway. Or maybe trying to give that position back. They also had many iterations of their body. They even have a version 4 of this car. If this car breaks, this team came highly prepared for this race. Very good work. Even have a whole sprint car, like a whole version, another version of their car ready to go if this one has issues that they know will be even better. So they choose to go with version 3 and working really great as a team so far. Getting it a little wrong, bouncing off the pipes. We saw in the first qualifier that maneuvering through the lap traffic is one of the hardest things, as there's very narrow parts of this track. And maybe some drivers have a little bit more experience than others. And maybe a little bit of nerves getting involved, not knowing who's in the lead. Oh, we see that car getting out of the way for them a little bit too much. Car number 16, down the straightaway, probably not at full speed, I would say. I think they've gone into a little bit of a conversion mode, so they don't use a bunch of fuel, trying to get as much time as they can. And right now, if on our cameras we're looking at the pits, it looks like the team from Czech Republic having some issues. That's actually car number 2, so they came in for a hydro stick change, I assume. So just about 15 minutes on, and we've seen a lot of cars come in for hydro stick changes, so not sure how that's going to bode well after 2 hours. But not this car, not the Oakwood Pink. They have gone into fuel conversion mode, and they are looking to just ride it out. They still have a very good lead so far, 3 laps over their second place car. You'll see them, as we saw in the earlier qualifier, as they go slower and slower, trying to maximize their fuel cells for as much time. Oh, great practice for the 6-hour enduro tomorrow. Remember, they have 10 fuel sticks. We didn't see anybody use all 10 in the previous qualifier.
8 was the most used, wasn't it?
Yes, by the Bulgarian team, who was driving very good. Their car was very good. We saw them go extremely similar to what they're doing now. They got up to a very good lead. Then they went and conserved fuel for about 45 minutes to an hour, maybe even longer than that. Then they got out to, they kind of put the throttle to the throttle pedal to the metal and secured themselves a first place. An exciting finish between the Dutch and Waldorf team from America for second. It's going to be interesting to see how these drivers strategize for drivers tomorrow after 6 hours, because that's a long time to be standing up on that driver stand.
Absolutely, yeah.
And you may think, oh, they're just driving RC cars. But trust me, every muscle in your body is tense up there, and you will be tired after you do this. I know it sounds crazy. I know from experience. Oh, this car is looking really good. Whoa. Just getting a little drafting going on the straightaway, tucking in behind that bigger car. Aerodynamics playing key to efficiency here. You can see that car That body is very aerodynamic, cuts through the wind, which all leads to faster speeds, less consumption of energy. It's all the little details that make a difference when it comes to racing. Get all the details right, and you can win. You just got to bring it home.
Should I look at the second position car, the car 91, the green and yellow striped. That's a fantastic body shell as it enters the main straight now. The Ace Racers.
And there are the Ace Racers right there. From the USA. And that, I believe that's a Challenger body, I want to say.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yes, good colors. The car looks a little loose in the rear end, allowing them to slide a little bit around these corners, which can be helpful as well as traction comes up. Believe it or not, this carpet does get traction as more rubber gets put on it. We haven't seen any tire changes, which is pretty amazing considering that they went 2 hours. So, but this car is out there 4 laps down, 3 laps down.
It is not a slow car, though, is it?
No, it's looking very good out there. It's not at all. But we see the Oakwood pink car coming right up behind it. Oh, and he's got to navigate through the same traffic as car number 91. Car number 91 trying to stop him from going another lap down. But that pink and purple, that pink and blue car just looks too good out there. They are doing a great job, driving very well, except for that one mishap where they ended up in the infield. And now Team Pinkhawk has moved up to third. Car number 63. But this car does look steady as well. Maybe playing the long game, keeping themselves in good position. 1 hour and 42 minutes left to go in this race, in this qualifier. Oh no, we have a car stopping on the straightaway. Don't know what happened there. Let's see if they continue. They have already been in the pits, but they stopped and started again. Here is the team with a lobster on the top of their car. The smallest team, they only have 2 people on their team, and they modeled their car of some drift car they were telling me that had a lobster on the top. So let's go through her. Oakwood Pink still only using 1 hydro stick. Faith and the Furious also on 1. The Doorknobs only using 1. The Hydro Pebis as well, only using 1 as well. Be interesting to see the strategy that Oakwood Pink uses. How many fuel sticks how many hydro sticks they go through. All right, now car number 91 is looking very good, actually. Very good. Remember, they do not have to win this. They just want to finish very good. Top 5 will go straight through to the final. And then they will take the next 5 top fastest cars into the final. And then everybody, the cars that don't make it to the final will race in the 300-lap GP on Thursday. So everybody gets to race. Great pass there on the Team Canada by the Dodge Charger. I really do like it paint, a little bit candy apple green, some yellow and white stripes.
Ooh, lovely pass there.
Was it? Very, very, very aggressive on the inside. A great pass. Car is handling very good. You see another stalled car there just before the straightaway.
Lots of cars in the pits at the moment.
Yes, lots of multiple cars in the pits. The Doorknobs, the Dominican team. Oh no. Looks like some serious issues for the Doorknobs and the Dominican team. But no issues for this car right here, number 91. In second currently with 68 laps, 4 laps back of the first place of Oakwood Pink. There we see the car number 1 weaving through, driving very clean, not forcing the issue. Very efficient car. Probably the most innovative. This and the Dutch car, probably the 2 most innovative cars we've seen here this weekend.
Oakwood Pink seeking to put another lap on them, and they've just succeeded.
Yes, they have. Oh, wow. Great passes going through. Letting the back traffic take themselves out. Not making any mistakes. Hitting their lines. Keeping it inches off the pipe. Ooh, they just skimmed the pipe just now. As I said, they had an excellent presentation. They let each one of their team members speak. They had a certain part of the car they had to talk about. They did a demonstration of how they would change out fuel cells on their car. It was very informative. So I believe they did very well in that presentation, because this is not just about the RC side and the hydrogen side. It's also about teaching public speaking. Whoa! You see a turn marshal just almost getting clipped by a car.
They marshal with more passion than your average marshal in RC, because they are rescuing their own cars out there.
Pretty much. So it's mechanics rescuing the car.
Yeah.
Usually in the RC world, we will have turn marshals, as we call them, on various points around the track. And they're usually racers from the previous final or previous qualifier prior to that. Oakwood Pink now 5 laps up on second, and they're looking very solid out there. Very solid. Man, that car is really good car.
The 97 Lobster car is back out again. Good stuff.
Very good. Very good. Lots of new faces here. Like I said, the Canadians' first race ever is this. So kind of being thrown into the fire here against some of the best in the world when it comes to hydrogen racing.
Should we go with Pink Hawk, who is the other pink car in our shot now? The one car back. That's Pink Hawk. That's car number 63 on 72 laps. From Czechia, and they're on their 4th hydro stick.
4th hydro stick,
yeah,
very early out.
One of 2 teams on 4 hydro sticks. The Dominican Republic team also on 4 hydro sticks. There are some teams still on 1.
Yeah, that was a little bit. We didn't see that happen in the last race, I don't think. Maybe Bulgaria.
You see, yeah, I wanted to see teams pushing it a bit harder, going through those hydro sticks, so we could see somebody on their 9th or maybe even 10th stick as the minutes burn down. That would be quite exciting.
Would it? But Pink Hawk on their 4th hydro stick now. Car looks pretty solid. Bright pink, easy to see. Oh, they come into the pits, so maybe they're going for hydro stick number 5. Just saw them come in the pits. Oh, okay. Wow, so they are going through those hydro sticks quite a lot. Well, that's 5 sticks in 30 minutes.
There they are.
Not sure how that's going to work out for them. Great teamwork there in the pits. One guy taking out the fuel, this hydro stick.
I like to think some of these teams have something up their sleeve.
Has to be.
Pull out some super fast laps towards the end.
We saw that from Waldorf, who was kind of near the back of the pack, and then they just inched their way up and actually had such a great battle to the end there for second place. So lots of time left. 1 hour, 35 minutes left to go in this race. We're on with the Lobster car now.
Which car is that?
Car number 97.
97.
South Huntington Racing. And we see a car stalled, the blue car stalled out there on the track. Not sure what's going on with that. That looks like Faith and the Furious, I want to say. No.
24. That's the doorknobs again, unfortunately.
Yeah, the doorknobs, our youngest team.
Struggling again.
Having some technical issues for the young team, unfortunately.
Faith and the Furious in the pits as we speak.
Our team from Australia, the land of cricket, kangaroos, and the thylacine.
Barbecue?
Barbecue? Shrimp on the barbecue? No, we don't say that. Great white sharks, cage diving. Lots of fun stuff in Australia. We see our spectators getting into it now. And another stalled car out there on the... Not sure what's going on with that.
Oh, we have a battery out on car number 1.
Number 1, that is Falcon 1. Unfortunate for them. Got to secure these batteries. Now, look at car number 91. 6 laps down. Uh-oh, Oakwood Pink making a mistake. But they have a 6-lap lead on this car currently who are following this green, yellow, and white. That's car number 91, sorry. That's your second place team right now. We're first right behind them. Smart racing by Oakwood Pink. Smart racing. You can tell they've done this before. Oh, great pass. Great pass. That was a great pass. Cut right in the inside of that car. Thunder's down, drag race down the straightaway. That car has some speed in it. Able to pull the car number 2 down the straightaway. Handling great. Able to look how close he carves it to that pipe. Very good car right there. Handling excellent. They've done their homework for that car. And still, they have only used 1 hydro stick. So we have 3 teams still on 1 hydro stick. So interesting strategy here. 30 minutes down, almost. You've seen some teams use 4.
A quarter of the way through the race.
Yes.
4. Wow. That's a lot of hydro sticks down.
So Pink Hawk is actually in 3rd, but 10 laps down from 2. So a lot of cars seem to have some issues as well. It's going to make for a great endurance races because Oakwood Pink's looking very good out there, as well as car number 91 of the ASA Racers.
That's Hydropis in the pits.
Yes. A little bit of teamwork going on. Oh, I know how I know the struggle getting those body clips on when you're in a hurry. We're on board with Pink Hawk, that all pink and white car. Very, very good, stunning. I like this car. I like the black wheels it has. And they're coming in the pits again. What's going on here? That's Pink Hawk is in the pits again. That's their 4th hydro stick. They're going on their 5th hydro stick with 1 hour and 31 minutes left to go. I think they're going to run out. They have a lot of time to do on 5 hydro sticks.
Yes, indeed. Back with our leaders on 104 laps. Oakwood Pink.
Impressive. Impressive, this car. I'm sure world champion Alex. Oh! Just as I say that, that car just flips him over. Unfortunate for the Oakwood Pink team, but no harm, no foul because they have a very big lead. A little bit of dirty driving going on there. A little bit of nerves, I would say. It's going to be very hard to beat this car tomorrow. Very hard. Well, it's still an hour and 30 minutes left to go. Anything can happen to this car. Lots of racing left in this 2-hour qualifier. We'd like to thank you all out there for joining us. Welcome to the 2023 Horizon Hydrogen Grand Prix World Final Race. We'd like to say thank you to the sponsors. They are Raven, Suburban Renewables, Pinegate, Blue Ridge Power, High Tech, and the H2GP Foundation. Thank you to all the sponsors for making this happen. Thank you for RE Plus for having us here. Hope you're enjoying this racing by these young racers. Always good to see these young, innovative STEM classes in schools. RC is a great way to teach mechanics and geometry and physics and setup. Of course, the renewable energy side with the hydrogen is also very, very good to know as we move into much more cleaner energy worldwide. Combined with RC, it's always good to see 2 worlds mixing together to make something awesome. And it's also, I'm having a great time here. A new world for me. I'm used to more of a professional side from RC, watching some of the best in the world race, coming here and seeing this awesome educational program. We talk about this in my industry all the time about getting RC in the high schools and with young people because it teaches so many good skills. So shout out to Horizon for getting this into schools. Always great to see. And Oakwood Pink is just out there flying right now. Looking very solid. 7-lap lead over second. Second has a 17-lap lead over third. So looks like it's going to be interesting to see when they get with some of the faster racers from Q1. So now 32 minutes down. And this car has kept up this pace for 32 minutes. That's impressive. Very impressive. They haven't slowed down. They've kept pace, except when they have accidents. This car is built very well, highly efficient. I'm sure they took this all into account when they built many things. They were very impressive. Showed us all the analytics on their computers. Even showed us the example of the wind tunnel and the aerodynamics of their bodies. They have clear spots on the body so they can see when they change over fuel hydro sticks. As we see, another team coming into the pits. Uh-oh, we got a little pile up there. But Oakwood Pink coming out the best. As they zoomed on the straightaway, coming through the chicane, up through this narrow part, narrow chute, very, very hard to pass there. It's only about 2 or 3 car widths wide. It's going to be interesting to see once Oakwood Pink and the Netherlands team as well as the Bulgarian team get together tomorrow.
Tell you what's interesting, on the predictive times, this is most certainly a faster final than the previous. Qualifier race 2 is much faster than qualifier race 2. In fact, 3, the Oakwood Pink, car 58 and car 91, all looking to be faster than their counterparts from the previous race.
Interesting, interesting.
Top 5 automatically qualify into the main world final tomorrow. And then the fastest 5 across the next 2, across both the qualifying races.
Yes, so they still want to be fast.
They obviously want to be fast.
So how that works is they will take the 5 fastest racers out of each qualifier. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Even though you may not be in the top 5, you still have to go as fast as possible so you can qualify and be one of the fastest top 5 out of both heats tomorrow. Oakwood Pink now 8 laps up on second. So right now they're pulling off a very good lead. They've only used 1 hydro stick. So I actually think they might be no, it looks like they came in. Nope, still on 1 hydro stick. They might be able to keep up this pace for the entire 2 hours.
That is phenomenal. 1 hydro stick. And if they keep this up, they will be top qualifier. They will be at the front of the grid tomorrow for the main final, but there's still a long way to go with 1 hour, 25 minutes left of this, the second qualifying race.
Exactly. Anything can happen in racing. But right now they are tuned in, glued to the track, coming up on second, about to put him 10 laps down. Oh, I get so nervous when I see him slow down like that. I really think they're about to battery dump or something. Also, you got to factor in something is heat.
Yeah.
You cannot keep up this pace for 2 hours. It will burden your electronics, your motor, your ESC. So at some point, they will have to back it down.
Well, I think that was one of the Swiss team's issues, wasn't it? They had the speed. They had the speed to battle Oakwood Pink, but I think they struggled with heat as well as crashes and penalties.
Yes, yes. No penalties yet so far. pretty miraculous that they were still able to come fifth after all those mishaps.
Which is great because we'll get to see them battling tomorrow.
Yeah, I did talk to them. They said that it was mostly battery power, but I saw that they were cooling things down with compressed air and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I know heat was a big concern when I was talking, when they were doing their presentations yesterday. So heat, apparently the hydro sticks get pretty hot as well. So they one team had the hydro stick on top of the car, so the heat didn't mess with the rest of the electronics. So very interesting strategies going in and theories into their builds. But that's what makes it fun. As you see Team Canada getting carted off the track again by their mechanic. This is going to be interesting. I am very interested to see how long they can go on the one hydro stick.
Yeah.
This is very impressive. Oh, keep it off the pipe. They don't want to break it. There you see the doorknobs working on their car. This will be a great experience for them. Probably won't do what they wanted to do at this race, but they can take what they learn looking at all these other cars and get ready for the next year. Youngest team out there, 12 and 13 years old, about my son's age. But Oakwood Pink, 1 hour 22 minutes left in this race. So they've been going for quite some time on this one hydro stick. The only car out there on one, though, it's the South Huntington team, also Team 97, who is currently scored in 8th. They are on one hydro stick as well. So 2 cars, uber efficient out there.
We're going to need to learn some of these setup secrets from Oakwood Pink, how they can manage this. It is amazing.
I think even world champion Alexander Hagberg would be impressed with what they was doing.
Absolutely.
I think Alex would like this a lot. He'd be here giving some very good setup tips and stuff. That car really does look good. I have to give them a lot of credit. It goes where they want to. It's looking very solid out there. It's sticking to the ground. They've done a very good job on that car. That's why they're now 11 laps up on second. I think they're going to go a whole hour. I think they're going to go a whole hour on one hydro stick. No pressure. Let's see. What do you think? Do you think they're going to make an hour?
I think that would be very impressive. If they can make an hour on one hydro stick, that would be incredibly impressive.
Well, they have 40 minutes left to go. So let's see. 20 minutes, sorry. 20 minutes left to see if they make an hour on one hydro stick. Coming up on car number 4, Pink Hawk. We want to thank all of our spectators for joining us out there and everybody online. We hope you are enjoying the coverage. This race is brought to you by Raven, Suburban Renewables, Pinkgate, Blue Ridge Power, High Tech USA, and the H2GP Foundation. Thank you to all the sponsors for their support.
Canadian team stopped again.
Oh no, unfortunate
for those guys.
From the Canadian team. Unfortunate for them, but it's all experience.
Check out car 73, who's just been overtaken by the Oakwood Pink. That's the 3rd place team of Ostrov.
Oh, this is a nice looking car as well.
That's fantastic. I love the hidden rear wheels.
Yes. Great paint job as well. They are from
Slovakia.
I wonder if they've been training down there at the Hudi Arena as well. Uri, giving them some speed secrets down there.
And 2 hydro sticks down for those guys as well.
So after we saw some quick hydro stick changes early out, we haven't seen any. The teams that are on 4 have stayed on 4, so maybe they've gone out and started to go slow. But it still seems like they used quite a lot in a very short time. So right now we are on board the team from Slovakia. Full aerodynamics, not wanting any wind to get up underneath those wheels. And the car looks pretty solid out there. They're able to place it where they want it, doing solid laps. Probably running conservation mode as well. Not going too fast, not going too slow. They're solidly in third. Got a 4-lap lead over fourth with Pink Hawk, but we saw all of these long lap, big lap leads diminish near the end of the race in Q1. 1 hour, 17 minutes, 48 seconds left to go. Will Oakwood Pink do 1 hour on one hydro stick? I think yes. Matt isn't sure.
Another 17 minutes, half the race on a tenth of the power they have available.
Yeah, super efficient. I am telling you, these kids were on it. They were on it. Pure science mode.
But they're not sacrificing speed.
No.
They're fast and efficient.
I know, that's
How?
what's amazing.
How? It's amazing.
They had spreadsheets. That's
Yeah, spreadsheets, of course.
Team Canada's back out. There we are on camera with Team Dominican Republic. Their first time here as well. $16 minutes and 26 seconds left for Oakwood Pink to do 1 hour on their hydro stick. It's going to be very interesting to see how this works out for them. No pressure up their racers, but I want to see you go 1 hour on one. Yeah, Matt, they ain't slowing down.
I know.
They're actually getting faster. Probably as that hydro stick gets lighter, they're picking up a little bit more. They probably calculated for that. That's how deep they are. I'm telling you. They had multiple spreadsheets and graphs. Technical stuff that I know nothing about.
They ain't playing. They're taking this very seriously, and so they should. And it's paying off.
Yes, sir.
159 laps for Oakwood Pink.
Very impressive. Very impressive.
Other teams have slowed down quite a bit now. So on the predictive times, it looks like they'll finish with more laps at a faster pace than Team Bulgaria. But the teams are spread out a little bit now.
Yeah, so it's Oakwood Pink and the three fastest teams from Q1. The Bulgarian team, the Dutch team, as well as the USA Waldorf team, who came on very late in that race and found some amazing pace to finish third. This is the 2023 H2GP, brought to you by Horizon. We want to thank all of our spectators out there. If you want to cheer for some of your competitors, don't be shy. I'm sure they want your encouragement as well. I'm sure there's mothers and fathers and coaches and teachers out there all watching their students do well. wishing them the best. Thank you for all your participation. Oh, so Oakwood Pink did not make. They didn't do it. I was wrong. 45 minutes they went on one hydro stick.
Well, that's still mightily impressive.
Yes, they have much left. They can go full chat from now to whenever. They are good to go.
Still 13 laps in front with a pit stop.
Oh, their pit strategy was impressive, very impressive. They even had a stand for it. So well done to the Oakwood Pink team. And they are still on the same pace. They don't have to slow down for anybody. The only thing I fear is overheating.
Yep.
But I'm sure they have a spreadsheet for that as well. I'm sure they took that into account.
.13 minutes to go of this first hour. Still no teams using 5 hydro sticks. Plenty using 4. But everyone still has at least half of their power available to them for the rest of this race.
Pretty impressive to see that. There's no difference in temperature or difference in track conditions that much between both races. So it's interesting to see why this is. As we watch the Oakwood Pink team come around the sweeper across the start finish, going past Team Canada. Whoa, just dodging a bullet just now. Just clipping the rear end of that blue car. Smooth driving by Oakwood Pink. They even have the Smart Tech headsets up there communicating with the mechanics as well. Car number 24 being carted off. That's doorknobs again. Unfortunate for the doorknobs. One hour, 11 minutes left to go in this final. Lots of racing left to go. So right now we have the car number 6, car number 16, car number 47. There's quite a few cars just out on 2 hydro sticks. Uh-oh. Looking at the Dominican team, looks like they're having some electrical issues. If they're steering issues. Probably having some servo issues. Got to go over and get themselves one of them high-tech servos over there to put in their car. One of our sponsors. Been making servos for 50 plus years. Celebrating their 50th year of business. Have you been over there and seen some of their servos?
No, but I will do.
They have a servo over there that is massive, filled with mineral oil.
Oh, wow.
It's for unmanned UAVs and whatnot. Very impressive. I didn't realize how much servos were used in the industrial sector. Impressive, very impressive. Almost impressive as Oakwood Pink right now, who's now 14 laps up on car number 2, on position 2, car number 91.
Plenty of activity in the pits.
That looks like the pink and yellow car. They also got some CRC stickers on there. Oh, we see your favorite car in the pits as well.
Yep.
I see them using a lot of this compressed air, so they must be really either just clean, either they're clear. I have to go find out why they're using the compressed air. Be very interesting to see what they're using that for.
And that's car 28 of Panther Racing.
Panther Racing in the pits for quite some time. It cost them quite some time. They're actually being scored down in 9th right now. Oh no, they got the body shell off again.
Quite a dejected look there, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately. I don't think we saw any DNFs in the last race. I think we're going to see some now because we only got 1 hour and 8 minutes left to go, and we're seeing the look of, oh no, we can't fix it. We got a, what's that? They got a battery test out. They got a, wow. Oh no, unfortunate for that team.
They are trying to diagnose the issues. And every second counts.
Well, they're getting the body shell back on, so I guess they figured it out. Maybe they saw the numbers that they needed to see. Now they can get back on the track and start clocking in some laps. Oakwood Pink now 16 laps up over second. It's car number 91, followed by car number 73. 63 of Pink Hawk in fourth, and Faith and Furious up in fifth. The Australians. But they're embroiled. They can't relax too much because the ISA team, car number 58, is right behind them. Even though they're showing a lap down, but they cannot take a break. That's where we saw this around this in Q1. Things kind of stalemated for a while. One team went out to the front, and then we saw the teams in the back battle it out. So lots of racing left to go in this qualifier. As we see the other Slovakian team coming in.
That's team 47. Yeah, that's Hydrobis.
They are making a hydrostick change. Spreading that compressed air. It's like a little F1 team.
It is, yeah. I really enjoy watching these pit stops. How the teams work together seamlessly, like a well-oiled machine.
Like they've practiced this before.
Yeah, I bet they have.
You have compressed air. That's your job.
Yep. Timed pit stops. A little bit of hesitation there, and they're good to go.
There we go. We gotta we gotta see when Oakwood Pink comes in. We missed them, but always good to see team pit spots. We usually see 2 people or 1 person pit stops in the RC world. We're almost to the halfway mark.
And Team 58 are the first team.
On 5 hydro sticks.
And then we have another team with 5 hydro sticks.
The
doorknobs.
So we have the ISA Team 58 that are being scored in 6th. So they are actually fighting for a qualifying position in 5th with Faith and Furious. And the Hydropus team getting it wrong coming out of the pits. Gotta eliminate those mistakes. Every 10th counts.
Approaching the halfway stage.
Almost
196 laps.
Coming up on 2nd place right now, Oakwood Pink. Now extending that lap to 19, that lead to 19 laps, 18 laps. They are They are in a class of their own right now.
They really are, yes.
It's going to be interesting to see if anybody has anything for them tomorrow. So Team Bulgaria and the Dutch team have their work cut out for them. They want to challenge this team. But that's racing, right?
Absolutely.
That's
Faith and Furious
coming on the pit lane. That's going to cost them their 5th spot place with ISA Team 58 moving up to 5th. So Faith and the Furious are going to have to be fast and the Furious in the pits if they want to continue on and being in that qualifying spot. The Dominican team is back in the pits.
See, 2 hydro sticks. We can see quite clearly that they have 2 hydro sticks in their setup.
Yep. So a lot of these, there must be a few teams that are running 2 hydro sticks. That's what it is.
Look at that. They are looking at the timing of the live stream in the pits whilst they change. That's fantastic.
Good stuff. Good stuff from the Platino Power. Dominicanos.
We're with the Canadian team.
It's not doing too bad. They're scored on an 8th right now. Not bad for their first race. Their car is pretty much stock as well. Haven't really made any modifications to it. We are almost to that halfway mark. 1 hour, 2 minutes, and 50 seconds left to go.
Ooh, wheel-to-wheel racing down the straight.
That was threading a needle right there for Oakwood Pink. Ooh, rubbing his racing right there.
So whilst the Dominican Republic team are running 2 hydro sticks, that means they've done 3 pit stops. If they're running 2 at a time, I don't know if they changed them both at the same time, but they're on 6 now.
Interesting. We have an hour left. So
yeah,
it seems like they're not getting the mileage that the other teams are getting, even with 2 hydro sticks. So still also a new team. I was talking to the coach prior to coming out here who was helping them out. So they're very new to this as well. I think we're going to see this type of educational program grow throughout Latin America. Lots of high school students out there will be interested in this. Also, they have to speak English too, so they have a reason to learn some English. Here's the Canadian team. Best dressed team, dressed in business suits yesterday.
Oh, yes. Dressed to impress. ...102 laps that Canadian team have now, with Oakwood Pink on 213.
Wow. They are laying the gauntlet down, literally. Come get us. That's what they're saying. But 6 hours tomorrow. 1 hour left in this race, so anything can happen.
Yeah.
We're coming up to the halfway mark, 45 seconds out. We saw them go about 45 minutes on a hydro stick. Maybe they do some testing for tomorrow.
Have a feeling our second place team 91, may be about to do a pit stop. Taking their positions at the refueling table.
Team 91 is going out on. They'll be going to their 4th hydro stick. Here they are, Team 91. The green and yellow and white car as they come into the pits. Let's see if we can watch them on screen here, see how their pitting goes. There we go. Let's see. Oh, that's something hanging from their cars now.
Pitting alongside Canada in 81.
Something was hanging off their car. They got to fix that. So they have their hydro stick right on the top, easy access, but that looks like their fuel cell is coming loose. Oh no. They're going to have to get that secured. They can't have that coming loose. All costing them precious time in pits.
bit of hesitation there. Are they just checking everything over, or have they got issues?
Well, they should check it over.
They are 4 laps ahead of Team 73, 3 laps ahead now, so they want to get back out on that track if they at all possibly can.
And we have gone across the halfway mark. 58 minutes, 50 seconds left in this race. Well, we're now following car number 91 in their pits. Really long pits for them, but they had something hanging off, looked like their fuel cell. So they just wanted to get that regulated, secured. We are on board with the Slovakian team.
63.
63.
That's the Pink Hawk.
That's the Pink Hawk, and right behind them, I believe, is the ESA number 58 team. So that is actually 4th and 5th right there. Well, not a battle, but Pink Hawk.
Pink Hawk comes down the pit lane.
Pink Hawk.
Yep, I think they're going for a refuel.
Pink Hawk has used 5 hydro sticks. So let's see. See them feverishly. Are they running 2? I think they're running 2 as well. Yes. Oh yeah, so they're doing 2. Okay. So now that's going to be 8.
I'm not entirely sure if they changed both at the same time, or if they kind of.
Well, I saw them change both just now.
Okay, that's 2 changed now. Still showing us 5 on our ticker. Now let's see what happens when they re-enter the track.
Be 7. Should be 7. Pink Hawk. Pink hats to match the pink body. Currently scored in 4th still. Faith in the battle right now is for 5th. Faith in the Furious is 2 laps back of car number 58 of the ESA Borno Hydro team. Pink Hawk back out on track. 189 laps for them. Third has got 198. There's a big discrepancy between laps there, much bigger than what we saw in the last race. So not sure we're going to see a close finish at the end. We could. We've seen a lot of consumption of hydro sticks as well from some of these racers. Oakwood Pink now out there in 229 laps, 25 laps ahead of second. Definitely coming out there, stamping their authority, showing everybody why they're number 1.
Car 91 is off the track again.
I know.
So our second place car has left the track. Work required. They've gone back round to the pits.
Maybe it was that piece that was hanging off.
This is the Ostrov team's time to shine. Team 73. Can they get into second place? I think they can.
Yeah, they're only 1 lap behind.
Yeah.
So let's find car number 73.
Yep. That's the one. That's that.
Yep.
White, red, and blue. Car 73.
About to come on the straightaway now. There we are. So this should put them up into second now. And they do. They take over that second position with 55 minutes left on the clock. Slow and steady out there for them. Conserving some hydro sticks, it looks like. And the ASA team, have they gotten back out there? Now the ASA team's still taking a long time to get back out there. So they're going to drop some laps. Pink Hawks going to be able to make up some valuable time on them now. So the ASA team having some real problems. Car number 91, who was out in front, out in second place with a comfortable lead, now dropping down to third. Pink Hawk is on 197 laps. They're on 203, so 6 laps down. And we see the ASA team running back out, back on the track. So they are back on the track. So they will maintain that third position. But they lost 3 laps. If that pit, unnecessary pit. Did they change the hydro stick at all?
No, still showing as 3 hydro sticks for Team 91 ASA racers. 205 laps. Just over 50 minutes to go in this race. We're past the halfway point.
Past the halfway point. So by my calculations, we should see Oakwood Pink coming in around the 30-minute mark. And the ASA car stopped again. Oh no. They are having some issues. Lots of issues. So car number 63 is 4 laps back of them. So they have time. They have to go in there, get it fixed, find out what's going on. Let's see what they're doing in the pits here. I have a feeling it's something to do with whatever we saw flopping around earlier. Can't see.
Meanwhile, on track, where's Pinkhawk? Because they will be using this opportunity going over the timing loop now.
There we are.
Here we are.
Pinkhawk
will be using this as an opportunity to get themselves into 3rd position.
That would be great for them, and they'll be able to looks like they'll be able to put a few laps on 4th as ASA is going to drop down to 4th here very shortly. And then back, they still have a cushion. They have 206 laps compared to 5th, who has 181. So they have a small cushion there. But they need to get that car fixed and back out on track. They want to qualify right away and don't leave it down to time.
There you go, Pinkhawk into 3rd position, whilst ASA racers are still diagnosing issues in the pits.
Oh no, that's never good.
That's not them going back out onto the track. That's them going back to the pit table, I believe. Yes.
Oh no. So, barring car number 58 now has a chance to bump up to 4th. And that's going to bode well for Faith and the Furious as well, who's currently in 6th. So Pinkhawk, though, big winner there. Moving up to 3rd. Now putting that team 3 laps down as he's going past the Chilean team, that pink and gray sedan. Pinkhawk now 210 laps.
It's Bruno working on the car.
Oh no.
The pit table. I think it's just a hydro stick change.
Okay. But Faith and the Furious is going to want to get up.
That is them up to 7 hydro sticks now.
Wow. So they have 50 minutes left and only 3 hydro sticks. They are cutting it close.
Yes.
They are cutting it very close. Pinkhawk getting it a little bit wrong as he goes into the straightaway. Getting turned around, losing valuable tenths. Well, right now, Faith and the Furious is in the hunt. They're 3 laps back of the ISA Borno team. The ISA Borno team has to make up right now 12 laps to get into 4th. And we don't see any movement from car number 91. Looks like Team Canada has a battery out there just outside a pit exit. Team Canada, one of the few teams running nickel old school NMIH batteries. I haven't seen one of them in a long time. Faith and the Furious now 2 laps back. Pinkhawk coming up on car number 58 and getting by. So yeah, car number 73, that white car, that's our 2nd place behind the Oakwood Pink car number 16, who's now out on 256 laps. Very impressive by that team. The ASA Racing team still not back out there. Car number 91 still not back out. Still has a 8-lap cushion.
If you look at Oakwood Pink now, they have certainly taken their foot off the gas. I think they are conserving hydro sticks now. They are letting cars past.
Well,
still considerably fast. Still on to do a faster time than Team Bulgaria from the other qualifier. But I think they are pacing themselves now.
Yeah, I think doing a little testing for the 6 hours tomorrow, seeing what they can and can't do. So if I was them, I wouldn't push the issue.
With 30 laps under their belts in the lead, they don't need to. They can play it safe. Teams cooling down their car.
There is the Chilean team coming in for a pit. There's a fuel cell change, it looks like. Valuable experience for this team out of Santiago, Chile. We got some Santiagan Chileans in the crowd. ¿Cómo está? ¿Todo bien? Cheering on the Chileans. Always good to see. Love to see this program expand through Latin America. Be awesome to see. Excellent program. Chilean team being scored down in 12th at the moment. The Dominican team currently in 10th. But the big, also we got car number 91 is back on the track. So they're able to get that car out there before losing the 5th position. But will they be able to stay out there? Did they fix the problem that they had? That's going to be the big question.
I can't see them out there.
They might have come back in. They showed they had 2 more laps. So they must have come out, got 2 more laps, and went back in. It's going from bad to worse for that team. Unfortunate for them. So fast in the beginning, but experiencing some technical problems. This is what happens with endurance racing. 46 minutes left to go in this race. Pink Hawk out to a comfortable 3rd place position. 10 laps, just under 8 laps back of car number 2. Nobody got nothing for Oakwood Pink out there right now. The car number 58 coming up on their 200 left. They got 8 laps left to go to take over that 4th position. Faith in the Furious, the team from Australia, 194 laps. So they need to put their head down, clock off some laps, and get up into 5th. Don't leave it to times. Like they say in boxing, don't leave it to the judges. Get a knockout. Well, these guys looking to get top 5. We want to thank all of our spectators and everybody watching online. This is the 2023 Horizon H2 Grand Prix World Final. Brought to you by our sponsors, Raven, Suburban Renewables, Pinegate, Blue Ridge Power, High Tech USA, and of course the H2GP Foundation. Thank you for all these sponsors for their support, and RE Plus for having us here. And this absolutely amazing convention, thousands and thousands of people getting exposed to hydrogen power and RC racing here this weekend. Tomorrow we have the 6-hour endurance race. 44 minutes, 28 seconds left in this race. Right now we're following that black car out there.
Faith and the Furious.
That is Faith and the Furious. Car number 19, steady.
They're 1 position off automatically qualifying for the main final tomorrow.
That's good. That's very good. And it doesn't look like the car number 91 of the ASA Racer team has gotten back out there. So barring, it's looking good for Faith and the Fury. Oh, wow, they threaded the needle just now between Pink Hawk and that Canadian team. That was impressive. Great driving from the Faith and the Furious team. Absolute great driving from them. Faith and the Furious only used 4 hydro sticks. So very efficient out there for them. Just crossed that 200 lap barrier. They are 7 laps from safety, because it looks like that car number 91 is experiencing more and more problems as we see car 58, the Isa Borno team, about to pass them with 2 laps left to go, 206 to 208. So this bodes well for the Australian team, Faith and the Furious. They're looking pretty steady out there. Not too fast, not too slow. Just picking their lines as we see Oakwood Pink coming up right behind them, getting in a little involved in some traffic. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Faith and the Furious stopped. Oh, no. Oh, no. Don't know what's going on with the Australian team. They were doing so good. They got in a small little accident and their car stopped. Unfortunate for the Australian team, but they still have time because we don't see car number 91 getting back out there, the ASA Races team.
The Canadian team as well have got an issue.
Oh, no. They have to worry about Hydrobus.
81 just there being picked up, marshalled.
Oh, no. Well, what Faith and the Furious has to worry about is car number 47, who's 196 laps. So hopefully Faith and Furious gets that figured out, what's going on with the car. It was going good, and it just stopped. So not sure what happened there. As we see car number 91 now down to 5th position, not getting back out there. I can't see what's going on in the pits. There's the ASA Races. They're coming in. They're trying to get it worked out. You see them working on it.
It's all hands on deck for that team.
Yeah. Unfortunate for them. But they still have a chance. They're still in 5th. They have a 5-lap cushion over Faith and the Furious, who's off the track as well, I believe, right now still. Right now, we're on board with the Pink Hawk team. Looking very solid out there in 3rd. 243 laps in. But Oakwood Pink, 283. 41 minutes left to go. Incredible. Amazing. If Faith and the Furious doesn't come back out, or the ASA Racer doesn't come back out, the big winner will be car number 47, Hydrobus, who's right now battling with Pink Hawk, and that silver-gray car of black wheels. We see Team Canada stopping again. Unfortunate for them. There we are on Hydrobus. They're being solid. 5 laps. 2 laps behind Faith and the Furious, who's 3 laps back of the ASA Racing team, who's not back out there yet. And Faith and the Furious still in the pits, unfortunately. Not sure what's going on with them. Oh, no, they're back out there. Good on them. So now they're looking to bump up into that 5th position. 2 more laps and they'll be there. But they can't relax because Hydropus in that silver gray car is not far behind them. Not far at all. We are on board with the silver gray bullet of Hydrobus. He's looking for some mistakes or looking for ASA Racing not to come back out. Looking to their 2 laps right behind Faith and the Furious. So any mistakes, any errors, any technical difficulties from Faith and the Furious, we're playing well for that silver car. And just as I say that, Faith and the Furious stalls again. Oh no, we have an accident right there.
And that's the 58 car of Issa Bruno Hydro. Faith and the Furious have stopped.
dedicated turn marshal there, mechanic. Oh no, Faith and the Furious experiencing more problems. Unfortunate for them. That's going to drop them down now.
So that auto qualifying position of 5, the top 5, it's all going to be changing.
Oh,
It's very busy around that spot.
yes, Hydrobus is actually 2 laps out of that spot. So their car's looking solid. They're not having too much issues. Maybe had some issues early out. But looking very solid out there. But not as solid as Oakwood Pink, who's solid as a rock right now.
That's the race back out there.
Oh,
again.
no. Hydrobus just came into pits. They're having some issues. There were maybe just a fuel cell change.
Here we go.
Hey, hydro cell change. Let's see. All hands on deck here. Oh no, let's see, they're looking at the car. Uh-oh. Something, hold on. They lost the wheel. Oh no. They have lost, I think they lost the entire hub. Oh no, not good for the...
that was that crash.
That Hydropus team.
It was upside down. That was that crash.
They have lost a front left wheel. This is not going to be good for them. They were making such great progress. Did they break the hub or did they just break a wheel? I cannot tell. I don't see a kingpin coming out there. Oh, well. Not good. Oh, they went out, looked for the part, it looks like. Oh, they got it. They got it back. Fast pit stop, Hydropus. You have 37 minutes. And I think Faith and the Furious is back out there as well. And they stop. Oh, no. Faith and the Furious is having some serious technical issues out there. So there's still time for Hydropus to get that wheel back on and get back out there and secure that 5th spot. They're only 1 lap behind. Oh no, they're having issues. They got to fix that front wheel. And there's the one of the culprits that was in that crash.
Yep.
He came out unscathed.
Is that car 58?
That is car 58.
4th place team.
Seven hydro sticks in, so they've gone into conversation mode right there. Conservation mode. Okay, so looks like they got their car back together, putting that body back on, that body shell. So very well done to Hydropus. Back out on the track. With that, they just have to make 1 lap and they'll get in front of Faith and the Furious.
And we have another car stop, car 93, looks to be having issues as well.
Oh, that's the Dominican team. Unfortunate for them, they've stopped. They don't have much hydro. They don't have much either, it looks like. They're on hydro sticks number 6. So Hydrobus gonna take over that 5th spot after having a wheel come off after a crash. And Faith and the Furious having power problems out there. And now Hydropus up to 5th and securing themselves of a top 5 with 35 minutes left to go. Oakwood Pink just hit they hit the 300 lap mark. Yep. I'm assuming they will come in for a change here at some point. Oh, they've come in for quite a few changes. We've missed it, so they've come in for 4. They've used 4 hydro sticks.
They're so quick in the pits. We keep missing them.
Yes.
Hydrobiz now into that 5th spot, the auto qualifying spot. And the teams have really picked up the speed in this final with cars in positions 1, 2, and 3, all running faster than the previous final and set to seed 1st, 2nd, and 3rd in the main final if things were to stay as they are now. But 34 minutes to go, it's unlikely to stay that way.
Yes, and we've seen quite a few cars dropping out. We didn't see that much attrition in the first qualifier.
No.
So unfortunate. DNFs being the name of the game here. on board with Hydropus as they come down. Faith and the Furious furiously working on their cars in the pits, trying to get it ready, get it back out there. They remember they can still get in on time, but not when they're in the pits. So they have to get that car back out there, get it ready, and get racing. The ASA team, unfortunate, don't know what happened to them. Looking very solid out there from the start, and just issues plaguing them. .33 minutes, 18 seconds left to go in this qualifier. We've seen a lot of position changes. Remember, the top 5 go right through. So right now it's Oakwood Pink from Ostrov, Pink Hawk, Issa Borno, and Hydropus. Your top 5. Faith and the Furious, 8 laps back. Having some issues. Power delivery, overheating, something going on with their car. Unfortunate for the team from Australia. Hydropus kind of looks like they're going into conservation mode, not looking too fast on the straightaway. They got that car number 73, the Ostrov team, who's comfortably in second. Team Canada back out there. You see the Faith and the Furious team trying to get their cars back working. The Chilean team in pits as well. Looks they've been there for quite some time, having some issues. Unfortunate for the team from Chile. Uh-oh. We see that car number 58, the Issa Borno team, having some issues. They have lost power. They have no power coming down the straightaway. They have a
and they're out. Well, into the pits they go.
They're on their 7th hydro stick. So it's going to be close. Very close here. We was wondering if it's going to see hydro sticks being used. We see that the Cascadia is on their 8th.
Wow.
And
half an hour to go.
That's half an hour to go. They're back out there. It looks like it. Something going on.
Issues for car 24.
That's the doorknobs. Still trying. I got to give them an A for effort. They did not know when to stop. No quitting them. Faith and Furious back on the track, but 13 laps down of a secure position in 5 and not looking too fast out there. No.
No.
Definitely having some power delivery problems. Unfortunate for them. That poor mechanic, I've seen her run out there quite a few times now. Getting quite a workout out there. And the Dominican team back in pits. Changing out their hydro sticks, so they've not been too efficient.
So much attrition in this race. We're running out of pit space.
Yes. Unfortunate. But this is racing, and that happens. 2 hours, it's a lot of time for these cars to be running. Right now, 30 minutes left to go. We are on the last stretch of this race.
We have just 3 cars on the track right now.
Oh, wow. High attrition rate here in this race. High attrition. The Dominican team about to go back out on the track. So with lots of teams off the track, we might see some shuffling going on here. But right now, our top 5 still all on the track and looking solid. Pink Hawk out there comfortably in 3rd. 58, the Issa Borno teams in 4th. Hydropus now has a big lead over 6th. Pink Hawk in for pits.
Canada flag back out again, which is great to see. In 8th position, but with many teams ahead of them having issues.
They can do it.
They've got a long way to go, but it is possible. That's Pink Hawk. Is it just a routine change, or have they got issues?
I think they just came in to change up their hydro stick. But not these guys. No issues for them besides being too fast that we don't see them pitting. Oakwood Pink, solid as a rock from the start. No contention to them the entire hour and a half we've been racing. Very impressed by that team. And there we see probably who was the team that should have been second, 91, just unfortunately in the pits and just, I mean, if they got their car started, they could possibly get back out there. But something must have been fatally wrong for their car not to get back out there.
Is that Canada stopped again? Yes.
Unfortunately, Canada just having issues. Well, they'll take what they learned from this race, go to the drawing board, and come back stronger next year. But who will be able to challenge this team right here? It's going to be very hard. It's going to be interesting to see if any of these other teams can step up and come up with some strategy to tackle Oakwood tomorrow. That if they make it, I mean, anything can happen with 27 minutes, 38 seconds left to go in this race. Whoa. Starting right in front of Canada right there. It looks like they've made a driver change as well. Oakwood Pink. Good to see. Able to have multiple drivers and not tax their drivers. I mean, they do have a long drive ahead of them tomorrow as well. We want to thank you all for attending the 2023 H2GP, brought to you by Horizon, Raven, Suburban Renewables, Pine Gate, Blue Ridge Power, High Tech USA, and the H2GP Foundation. Thank you all for coming out and supporting these young racers as they battle it out here in Las Vegas, Nevada, in the World Championship Final of hydrogen RC car racing. So right now, Hydropus, Isa Borno, Pink Hawk, the Ostrov team, and Oakwood Pink are all looking very secure to finish in top 5. Faith and the Furious is the next closest one, and they are quite some laps back.
Isa Bruno are not on the track right now. I see activity on one of the pit tables, so is it a hydro stick change? Is it technical issues? All this is playing into Hydropus' hands.
Yes, Hydropus looking solid out there, but Isa Borno has used 8 hydro sticks now. So this will be their last change. Oh no, Hydropus is coming out to overtake and take over that 4th position. Playing that long game. Good stuff by Hydropus.
There we go.
As they take over that 4th position from 5th. Isa Borno still not out on the track, it looks like. Is that them now they're working on their cars in the pits? No, that looks like the doorknobs.
Yeah, they are working on their car in the pits.
Here we are of car number 4. Looking very solid, 24 minutes, 50 seconds left to go in this race. Plenty of time for things to go wrong. Attrition has been very high in this race. We've seen a number of cars drop out. Such a shame. We saw no cars drop out in the previous race.
There they are, Team 58. They're furiously working on that car. They're in the auto qualifying spot. They're in spot number 5.
Yeah, but they're pretty safe. I mean, the Faith and the Furious is not back on the track. Neither is ASA Racers. Canada Flag is 178 laps to their 239, but they're going to want to get back out there on the track anyway because they have 23 minutes left to go. Right now, Oakwood Pink has a 35-lap lead. Wow, that's impressive. Oh, look at those fans in that car.
Look at that. Fantastic to see what's under the hoods of these cars.
That got some serious fan power going on there. A little bit of nervous wrenching going on. Forgot to plug their battery in. Looks like the Oakwood Pink team's kind of slowed down a bit now, just not going as fast as they were earlier, which they don't have to because they have a commanding lead. And as of now, they will be your TQ of this event. And the 58 Isa Warner team having some issues, still not got back out on the track, testing their battery to see what's going on. Oh no. Unfortunate for them. They still got lots of time to work on their car. The only cars running currently on the track are the top 4. Oakwood Pink, Ostrich Team, Pink Hawk, and Hydropus. The only cars running at the moment. So it looks like Isa Warner has got their fans going on their car and the lobster car of the South Huntington High, but they are only got 140 laps on the board.
Looks like 58 are going to be coming back out again.
There we go. Scrambling to get back out there. Probably want to take their time. They're quite safe in 5th at the moment. No need to push the issues. No need to put unnecessary wear and tear on their chassis or components. What a long race for these young students. 20 minutes left to go. The Hydropus team looking very slow out there right now. Let's see, do they have any Hydro sticks left? They have plenty of Hydro sticks left. They're just maybe conserving their electronics. Out to a very comfortable 4th place position. So no need to push and just save their car for tomorrow.
2 teams on 9 sticks. We didn't see that in the first final.
Not at all. The Asa Racer team is on 9. But they are not out there, are they? No, they're not out there. They're still in the pits. It's safe to say, I think, that the other top 5 qualifiers will probably come from the first qualifier. Hydropress going really slow out there now on a snail's pace. So I'm not sure. Maybe they're just on hydrogen power at the moment. Pink Hawk, he's not slowing down for anybody. Both of these cars are very, very slow at the moment. I think they're running on hydrogen power. Top car, Oakwood Pink, now on 367 laps. 18 minutes left to go in this race, in this qualifying race. As they zoom by Pink Hawk, who is currently being scored in third. Just pushing the issue with Team Canada. Here's doing a good job staying out there. If they can find themselves in sixth, because Faith and the Furious isn't back out there. The ASA racing team isn't back out there, and Canada Flag's still out there. They have 183 laps. They need 212 to be in sixth, and they have 17 minutes left to go. So they can jump up spots. But unfortunately, I still don't think they will be good enough to be the next top 5 after that. Because this heat has been a battle of attrition, and a lot of these cars are just struggling to finish, unfortunately. So unfortunate for these racers making this trip out, having some technical gremlins. I almost need to see an LCQ. 30-minute LCQ. And Team Canada slows to a stall as well. But not slowing down is that Pink Hawk and car number 73, the Austria team, in second. We are currently following car number 73, the Austria team from Slovakia. Looking quite solid out there. Doorknobs are back out there. That blue and white car. Kudos to the youngest team in attendance here. Never say no. Never say die attitude. Currently being scored in 11th. The Dominican team's back out there as well. Looking to make the best of their trip to Las Vegas.
"15 minutes to go in this race." Where this is interesting is this is a 2-hour race with 10 hydro sticks. Tomorrow we're racing for 6 hours with 22 hydro sticks. That's 3 times the length with just over twice the amount of hydro sticks.
Interesting.
It's going to be tough.
Well, not for Oakwood Pink.
Well,
so far.
They've
only used 4. So it's going to be interesting. We saw Bulgaria use quite a bunch. So it's going to be are they going to adjust their strategy for tomorrow? The Netherlands team looked pretty good as well. They had a pretty good strategy, so it's going to be able to see. But right now, we haven't seen a car be able to go at this pace and use as little energy as possible as Oakwood Pink. So it's going to be a big challenge for these other teams tomorrow. 6 hours. We're following now car number 73, just out there kind of in no man's land. He's 40 laps behind first, and he's got a 6-lap lead over third. But that's fine. He just wants to bring it in the end. They want to make sure they finish. Looks like Faith and the Furious back out there, but stalling again. Unfortunate for the team from Australia. Probably going to have to take the car apart and figure out what's going on with it. They were almost in a position to be in 5th at one point, but just technical gremlins causing them plenty of issues today. Here we see the doorknob stopped again. H2GP is looking pretty solid. Thank you all for attending the Horizon 2023 H2GP World Final race here in Las Vegas. Thank you to our sponsors, Raven, Suburban Renewables, Pine Gate, Blue Ridge Power, High Tech USA, and H2GP Foundation. If you guys want to find out more information about this awesome educational program, you can go to horizoneducational.com. You can also follow them on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube as well. If you are looking for this coverage, you can find it on RC Racing TV and YouTube and Facebook.
And on the Horizon Educational YouTube and Facebook.
There you go, on the Horizon Educational YouTube and Facebook. Good stuff. These students will probably go back and watch their races. I know a lot of people always go back and, in my genre of RC, go back and watch the races, watch if they can see themselves, and especially when they've done good. But H2GP is out there looking really solid. 11 minutes, 48 seconds left to go.
Oh, Oakwood Pink on the main straight. They collided with Canada. Oh, they're back up and running again now. They hesitated.
Shake out the cobwebs a little bit. They definitely don't want to damage their car anyway.
391 laps, 11 and a half minutes to go. 4 hydro sticks used. Are they going to use another hydro stick in the remaining 11 minutes? What do you say, Keenan?
Maybe just to go for all-out pace.
I hope so, because I want to see a pit stop.
Yeah. Maybe they're listening to us. But they kind of backed off a bit, not going as fast as they were earlier. So also maybe testing the limits. We know that they ran about 40 minutes on one hydro stick at an immense pace. So we know that they can do the pace. They have the speed. They have the longevity. Team Canada back out there. Currently being scored in 8th. Just as I say that, Oakwood Pink picks up the pace just a slight bit. Out there in the zone, got the flow, like Bruce Leroy. Looking pretty smooth. They get to go home and revise their car and get it ready for tomorrow. I'm sure they'll have all the analysis and see where they went wrong and see where they used power too much and everything else. Go over all the details and see where they can be better. It's pure science mode from this team. Awesome to see. That's right, 9 minutes, 18 seconds left to go in this race. We are on the last leg of this 2-hour qualifier. Oakwood Pink has led it so far from lights. Will they lead it to the flags? I don't think there's anybody that can catch them with 9 minutes left in this race. But lights to flags right now. The Ostrich team is 41 laps back of them. 6-lap lead on Pink Hawk. And just as I say that, we see Oakwood Pink just picking up the pace, like saying, okay, guys, we don't need another hydro stick. We still have a lot left in our tank.
Much more attrition in this final, but the fact that we have 7 cars back out on track, I think, is to the credit of all these competitors. They will not give up.
No. Good to see. Good to see. Asa Racing still being scored in 7th after being off the track for almost an hour. That's pretty impressive, but Canada Flag's looking to bump that out of the way. 8 minutes left. Can Canada get back up to and finish in 6th? That'd be a great first finishing for them. Lots of issues for them, but on one of those teams who never said quit and constantly fixed their cars and got back out there. Awesome to see. But the big question is, who will have something for this team tomorrow? Who will pick up the challenge and accept the challenge, the gauntlet laid down by Oakwood Pink, who's now on their 405th lap? Who will challenge them? It's going to be difficult. It's going to be very difficult. 6 hours of endurance racing tomorrow. If this is a show of what they can do, so they've been going 2 hours, use 4 hydro sticks.
That's amazing, isn't it?
Yes. But they have all the fine details right. That's what makes it, even down to their body, the aerodynamics and how it works. They've dotted all their I's and crossed all their T's, and this is what happens when you do that. You get results like this. So well done to them. 7 minutes left in this race. But the one thing you can't factor in is crashes, bumps, and mechanical failures. So if 6 hours on the line tomorrow, anything can happen for them. But tonight they get to go home, hopefully rest easy, wrench on their car, charge up their batteries, get everything ready. Ostrich team as well, looking quite solid out there, who, if they finish now, will be in 5th. So thank you to everybody for watching this race.
I'm looking down the ticker, I'm looking down the use of hydro sticks, and every team I look at that's used less or the same hydro sticks as Oakwood Pink is no longer on the track. What that means is these guys have absolutely nailed it in terms of efficiency, but they've not sacrificed any speed, and it's pretty mind-blowing.
It is. Pure science mode, I telling you, multiple spreadsheets and graphs. A very efficient team working together. Great presentation yesterday. And a great track presence today. Great racecraft as well. Driving very good. Car looks great. Oakwood Pink. Beautiful car. Exceptional. Very good to see. A lot more. The funny thing is, it's a lot more innovative than what we see in our industry, Matt.
Oh, yes.
It's a lot more, probably reminds you of RC back in the late 90s, 80s. A lot of handmade parts and whatnot. So, and when you really need to go have a look at this car because it's quite impressive. But now we're on the final stretch, 4 minutes and 30 seconds left to go. Oakwood Pink, 417 laps.
And still putting the laps on their competitors.
They are not easing up at all. At all.
Have no team using the full 10 hydro sticks, so I'm guessing.
Great driving. Great driving by Oakwood Pink. Pretty solid driving. I mean, this driver's been driving for quite some time to keep your concentration. And what was you saying about the...
Well, I'm guessing we're not going to see 10 hydro sticks from this race either. I think 9 is probably the peak.
Yeah.
3 minutes 38 to go.
Quite impressive. It's going to be very hard for the top 3 teams from Q1 to match this. Team Bulgaria and Team Netherlands have their work cut out for them because this team is looking very impressive. It's going to be very interesting to see if attrition has anything to do with this tomorrow. Mechanical failures. As we see our race director getting ready. 2 minutes and 52 seconds left to go. Team Canada, 4 laps back out of 7th. Can they do it? Can they bump up to 6th? Faith, they need... I don't know if they're going to do it. We shall see. It'd be a good win for them, getting up to 6th. .425 laps in the books for Oakwood Pink. 43 laps ahead. Such a disparity. I mean, in the last race, the Bulgaria team was not that far in front.
No, not at all. Not at all. I think there's going to be some strategizing and some thinking to be done tonight if anyone's going to be able to challenge Oakwood Pink. Looking at the predictive times, Team Bulgaria are faster than any of the other cars on this track right now. So Oakwood Pink will be challenged by Team Bulgaria. Hopefully Team Bulgaria will pull something out of the bag and make this a very exciting 6-hour competition.
Yes, but they were very heavy on the hydro stick.
Yes, they were, yes.
So, I mean, early on today, so it's going to... That's where this team here... 4 to 8, I think they used. So, same amount of time, half the efficiency. One minute left. 1 minute left. Right now, will Canada flag make up 3 laps and move up to that 6th position? Not when they're stalled in the track like that, unfortunately. Oh, they just stopped. So keep going, Canada. You can bump up to 6th. You need 3 more laps, 4 more laps, 43 seconds left to go. Put the hammer down, Team Canada. Bump up to 6th. Hydropis solid in 4th. Pink Hawk in 3rd. The Ostrich team in 2nd. But nobody can touch Oakwood Pink. 25 seconds left in this race. Canada flag moves up to 7th. They need 3 more laps. Can they do it? 16 seconds left. It's going to be very tight. Well done. 6, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Oakwood Pink, impressive. Science mode all the way. Impressive, impressive.
No touching the cars.
No touching the cars. They go in park firmly until then, but congratulations to Oakwood Pink. Impressive run. 434 laps. They are your TQ tomorrow for the 6-hour endurance final. Only using 4 hydro sticks. Very impressive. All their homework, dotting the I's, crossing the T's have paid off for them. Super impressed by that team. Well done. The Ostrich team in 2nd with 389, Pink Hawk with 380, Hydrobis with 313, and the Isaborno team, your top 5 at 284. Well done to that team. Impressive, very impressive. The Bulgarians have a lot. The Bulgarians and the Dutch have a lot of work to do tomorrow if they want to defeat this team. So they need to go home, rethink their strategy, and get ready because tomorrow it's 6 hours. They need to figure out how to be more efficient. They used 2 times the amount of energy as Oakwood Pink. So well done to that team. Very impressed by that car. Good job. And we will sign out, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. We will start at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning for the 6-hour endurance race. Thank you to all of our sponsors, Raven, Suburban Renewables, Pinegate, Blue Ridge Power, High Tech USA, and the H2GP Foundation. This is Lefty the Great and Matrick. We're signing out for today. We'll see you tomorrow morning.
Horizon Grand Prix for us has been a challenge. They've given us the challenge to be able to design car, be able to run that long period fast and efficient.
Donc nos élèves, c'est des élèves qui sont issus de toutes les filières. L'idée c'était d'avoir des élèves un peu de toutes filières confondues. Et donc l'idée c'était de créer un groupe un peu divers et de créer une alchimie sociale qui finalement...
We hebben een probleem gehad met ons differentieel. Er was een asje uit en we hebben dat opgelost door een asje te snijden zelf. We hadden dat niet in de server.
My emotions towards the race is I love it. I completely love it. I've only had experience with a few toy RC cars, and this is completely different. This is a new experience.